Everyone, welcome to another Terry Talk. Have you heard the latest? It's taking the world by storm. Portugal, Spain, Germany, Iceland, like the entire EU, UK, Scotland, Wales. Most recently, this has been actually legislated in Belgium. It's a major breakthrough in the world of work. That's right. We're talking about the 4-day work week. The 4-day work week. What is it exactly? Well, it's pretty simple. Employees work 4 days a week. They still get paid the same and earn the same benefits, and this is the kicker, same workload. It's just they do it over a compressed period of time. The idea of fewer meetings, maybe some more independent work. The model 100, 80, 100, 100% of the pay for 80% of the time in exchange for a commitment to maintaining at least 100% of productivity than before. This doesn't necessarily mean that you're working less. It simply means we're condensing that work week into fewer days. So really, in essence, we're talking about some flexibility in work arrangements. So what's the push here? Well, benefits. Obviously, there's some outcomes that people think are epic. They're sadly, to the point, untested or not vigorously scientifically measured, but things like cost cutting and productivity and the big one, work-life balance. The theory is employees work one less day, they have more additional time to pursue hobbies, spend time with family, increase overall morale of the organization. And that these employees would be more productive and be more refreshed for working and making, up for the lost day. That means they're not going to be as overworked or maybe as overtired. In addition, organizations can experience some reduced operating costs. Maybe the office isn't open 1 day a week. When 4-day week works have been instituted so far, people are reporting greater work-life balance, happier, more fulfilled. Employers then are able to say, hey, listen, we've got this really cool thing, and they recruit and retain more workers. And it's a bit of a Hawthorne effect going on here. Is it just because we're observing them that they're actually producing these results? Lots more research needs to be done clearly on this. Again, rebalancing employment, decreasing the number of people who are overworked and the number of people who are unemployed or underemployed. This one I think is huge. It allows for greater gender equality because you have a more equal share between paid and unpaid work, including the caring roles, which traditionally disproportionately fall to women, better health and better well-being for workers and their loved ones. So this is a really, really interesting debate. But my question, and we talked about this a few weeks ago, are we missing the key piece here? It is the key piece here that we're really just trying to break the shackles of how we measure work, which is time units. Time is just the movement of, hands on a clock, right? And it's a throwback to Taylorism, measuring everything as if everything is the same. KPIs, key performance indicators. But what about those intangibles? We know that there is a profound relationship between the productivity and well-being. We know that loneliness can be a killer. We know, just talked about this a couple weeks ago as well on this channel, talking about sleep being good for you. But how do you measure those things? How do you measure the impact of those things? And those things still remain nebulous for us. And so we kind of ignore them at our peril. We go for the quick fix. We live in a society, we want the quick, you're only as good as your last quarter instant results. Okay. I'm not saying we don't embrace this, but I think we have to look beyond the things that we can measure. Example, just yesterday, it was an off day for me. I was feeling kind of off. And luckily, I was in the office, had a great conversation with a colleague. We chatted for about an hour, batted around different ideas, did a little bit of brainstorming, actually sort of checked in with each other. How you doing? How you feeling? Now, in the grander scheme of things, that would be lost time, lost productivity. But I got to tell you something. After having that opportunity, to have that conversation, I was invigorated. I was empowered. I was feeling great again. Had I not had that, I probably would have gotten through the day, but instead I had a much, much more productive afternoon as a result. But how do you measure that? Hard to say. You can't put value on it per se, but yet it was valuable. So what do? I think we got to keep looking at the research on this. I think we got to keep looking at what are the positivities. And most important of all, and you know this, I'm going to say this. If you watched this before, here it comes, right? Get to know your people. Ask them what they want. Ask them what they need. Have individualized motivational plans, and equip your leaders in your organizations with the ability to have those kinds of conversations and empower them to make those kinds of decisions. Nothing's done in a vacuum here. So it's going to be interesting to see as we continue to evolve this. But let's not just jump on the bandwagon because it's the latest frozen yogurt idea. There's lots of different pieces at play here. As always, want to hear your thoughts on this. Want to see what your feedback is. Maybe I'm out in left field. Wouldn't be the first time. So as always, drop your comments down below, hit that subscribe button, and we'll look forward to chatting with you again soon. Bye for now.